I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Everybody, thanks for joining me on today's muscle car video, collector car video, fabulous looking car video, all of those things. You say, Tone, how do you lump a car into 3 different categories? Well, tell me I'm wrong. Fabulous looking car, collectible because it's less than 6% built. How many are left 60 years later, right? How many are left? Color combination, triple black, hard to argue with that. Then throw in all the options that this car has, like tilt wheel and air conditioning and all of the gauge package. And as we look around, we're going to look at paint quality. We're going to look at the options that are on the car. We're going to talk about drivability. We're going to look at the restoration. You've already seen the undercarriage pictures because those are online. Then we're going to go inside the car and hang out where you're normally going to be. And then we're going to go for a test drive, maybe burn some tires up. No, we're not going to do that because it's going to be your car. I don't want to do that. You can do it when you get it, but we're going to have a good time on the road. All right, so many times people say, Tone, that's a great looking car, but a lot of times we don't know why it's a great looking car. Let's talk about a GTO for a second and see that. So these hoods are great, right? They can be functional ram air if you want them to. The Endura front bumper is nice because it's painted. It's not chrome like some muscle car bumpers would have been, adding a completely different look inside here, right? And then you have the GTO callouts with the GTO flag here showing the 6.5 liter engine. Inside the Pontiac rims, you got red line tires and you got disc brakes in there. Many times people forget to ask because these cars weren't standard with disc brakes, right? They came with drum brakes. I don't know why, but they just did. And so many features and options on this car. I just want to point them out to you so you know why some cars are worth more than others. Lastly, I want to do a little paint lesson with you real quick, and what I want you to do is not look at the paint, I want you to look in the paint. And you say, Tone, what does that even mean when you say look in the paint? I don't understand. You said, don't look at the paint, look at the paint. Well, anyway, follow me. The sealing, the lighting, the crispness of these letters. Look at the quality of this paint when I show you this. The clearer everything is, the better the paint is. It's why we do the video so you can see exactly what you're getting. Okay, so come on up here and check that out. Look at the sealing in there. You can see it almost perfectly. The letters are nice and crisp. You can see what time it is in the watch. Everything in here is what I would refer to as mirror finish. All right, so we have 2 types of clients here at Fleming's. One that wants just a cool car to take to work, go out with another couple, go to a winery, something like that, right? And then you have other people who want not only to do that as well, but also want to go to a Cars and Coffee, a car show, have a car judged and what have you. And I think that what we have here is a representation to fit both of those people. And I'll show you what I mean when I say that. So come take a peek under the hood for a second. And the detailing under here is very nice. And I also want to point out a few things that we forget to ask about too. First off, this has power steering. Power steering is not standard on cars. It is on today's cars, but it wasn't back then. It makes a big difference in the drive. Power disc brakes. We talked about that earlier. However, not all cars come with power or disc brakes. Has both. This has air conditioning in it, which was a very expensive option for its time, right? It's a lot less money today because every car has air conditioning. Back then, it was expensive. It's detailed beautifully in here. It's stamped YS on the motor for the 400. Came with the automatic transmission in this car, right? And then it's decals around here that show nicely. The battery topper's on there. It's satin black under the hood. It's not spray bomb black everywhere in here. It's detailed, detailed, detailed. That gives you a much nicer car and a much better looking engine compartment than maybe some of the other things that are out there. All right, so how do you spend $75,000 to $100,000 restoring a car? Well, first off, you have to buy the car that's worth restoring, right? A GTO Convertible is still going to bring a lot of money, even if it needs restoration. Second, you buy new chrome, and you buy new emblem, you buy new exhaust, you buy backup lights, tail lights, light bulbs, wiring, on and on and on. This has a factory 12 bolt in there. That's been rebuilt, looking like it belongs in a muscle car, right? And then you finish it up in here with the correct jacking instructions and the trunk dress up. What I do like to point out is that while this is a muscle car and a cool muscle car, it's also a functional car. I want you to think about this for a second. The simple fact is you could throw some luggage in here. People did that in 1968. They went away for the weekend in this cool car, throw some bags in the back here. Everybody goes. You can take another couple with you. You could take the kids with you. You could go with your significant other. You could go by yourself. And you got all this room to throw all this stuff in there. Or if you want to go to a car show, bring some chairs, a cooler, what have you. This is a real functional, cool car that you can use all the time and have a great time with it. It's not just a straight line race car that can only go to the gas station and back. All right, so you're walking up to your car and you go, man, this is a great looking car, and you realize it's yours. However, everyone's going to see that and say the same exact thing, but you're going to spend some time inside. I want to go over that with you. I did notice while we were walking around, because we're finishing up the restoration, that this little corner of the hood needs to be adjusted on the bumper there. We'll do that before we send it to you. All right, so come join me inside, because that's where you're going to spend most of your time. Okay, why does it cost so much to restore a car? Well, you have to get new seat covers and seat foam and carpets and floor mats, console recovered, new dash pad, gauges rewired, steering wheel restored, right? This right here, tilt wheel. What a cool option, right? This has the factory gauges here, as well as it has a factory built-in tack. And I noticed in the back seat that the rear seat lights were working, the footwell lighting. You may not see that as a big deal, but I tell you, I think it's a big deal, and here's why. Because 99% of the cars that come here do not have that working because it costs a lot of money to spend more time figuring out the wiring, getting all that done. And I noticed too, that even inside here, the glove box light was working. Again, you may say, oh, what's the big deal, Tone? It's just a light bulb. Well, it's a light bulb, and it's 4 or 5 hours, or it's all day to get it wired into the system and get it hidden properly and do those things. Really, really nice. So this also has an upgraded audio system in it, right? It's going to sound much better than the original one. It looks like it's stock, but it's a modern digital version of an original car. And then lastly, you got all this, all this room back here for people to go someplace with you, another couple, the kids, the rumble of the car, a cool ride. If it gets hot, you throw the top up and turn the AC on. I mean, it's like the best of both worlds when you're thinking about cool. All right, so we got this last couple pieces. We're finishing the restoration on. It's like all done. I don't want to wait any longer because everybody's been asking about it. But this also has the his and hers shifter. You say, Tone, that doesn't sound like that's PC today. Can you say his and hers shifter? You're right, I really can. However, I didn't name it, so I'm just repeating it. The way it works is this, is if you want to drive the car regularly, you just pull it down into drive and off you go. But if you wanted to race the car, right, let's say you got all feisty and excited one day and wanted to, you just push this button over here, and then you move the shifter over here. The shifter then becomes a ratchet shifter, second, third, right? You can't miss a shift because they make it so it's blocked out and you can't miss, and that's why they do that. And then when you're ready to go back to driving like a normal man and not a crazy woman, person, whatever you might be at during the time, right? Just put it right back in drive and what have you. It's one of the coolest designs ever. It's very much like the slapstick shifter that you might have seen in a Chrysler, but many people don't know that this even existed. Another great feature of this car. How do you get that great rumble? Well, you get 400 cubic inches and that. So how often do you get to enjoy a triple black GTO convertible on a country road, right? We're going for a ride on a beautiful country road, enjoying some of the sights, scenes, what have you. And look, everything's working like it's supposed to. It sounds good. Shifting up and down. And if we want to, we could go ahead and now we can use the hers shifter, right? The his and hers. Boom, in the second. Cool, right? In the second, I can't go any farther, and then it clicks. And I put it into third, it can't go any farther, which is kind of cool. Even though we're on a country road enjoying the drive. What a beautiful, beautiful day. I got out of work. You say, Tone, why do you want to get out of work? You get to play with cars all day long. You're like, you know what? Sometimes when you play with cars all day long, it's good to get out and enjoy playing with those cars on the road. Because looking at them is nice, but driving them is even better. I just want you to think of this when we hit bumps and things like that, how nice and rattle-free it is and how easy it is to drive with my 2 fingers. Because why? Power steering. It stops really well because it's power disc brakes. And while I don't need the air conditioning today, it's nice to know that it's there if we need it. And this country road driving is just fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I hope you're enjoying it because I'm having a great time. It's like a little bit of therapy for me. Anyway, thanks so much for riding with me today. And if you don't mind, hit the like button down below. That helps get our message out. Subscribe to the channel. We got new stuff coming out all the time. And maybe share it with your friends. They might see something they like as well. And I'll see you on the next drive. That was a great test drive, was it not? I told you you'd love it. I told you, how can you not love this? You got the rumble, you got the ability to take some people with you. You got a car that just can be comfortable as well, and run down the options. So many of these muscle cars come with virtually nothing. In this case here, we have power steering, power disc brakes, power convertible top, air conditioning, tilt wheel, tachometer and gauges, digital sound system like Redline tires, on and on and on. And you can see that when you get something like this, you can do all the good things you want, while hopefully, as you're watching it, appreciating value, and you get to drive a cool car. All right? Thanks so much for joining. I'll see you next.